Hi, I'm Carol Griffiths, Harmony Specialist at Pathway. I help busy Christian women to achieve success God's way and do all the things that are necessary for them to do with less stress and more ease. Thank you for clicking in on this video, and this is video 7 of our Rest and Replenish series, in which I am sharing snippets from my book, Rest 52 Love Notes from God for the Weary Soul. And I'm also sharing nuggets of inspiration to help you to adapt a restful lifestyle that will improve your quality of life tremendously. So we're going to get started. This is the book I'm reading from, Rest 52 Love Notes from God for the Weary Soul. And today's love note focus is a snippet from Love Note 4, which says, Beloved. This is the snippet now. And this is God speaking to you. Beloved, do not get caught up on your own works. Your own works are the things that make sense to you, but are not sanctioned by me. Have you ever experienced that? Like you're going ahead, doing this, working this plan, and somewhere along the way you pause and you're like, God, why is this not working? Why is this not happening the way I expected it to happen? And God says to you, I never told you to do that. Why are you doing it? I may just be talking my business and that may not be you, but that has happened to me countless times before I adopted this restful lifestyle. And to be honest, sometimes I still revert back to leaning on my own understanding. And this is a scripture. The scripture I want to share with you today is one that has really been helpful in me not doing this anymore. Like every time I try to go off on my own tangent, I remember this scripture. And you're probably familiar with this scripture. It's Proverbs 3:5-6. And we tend to hear a trust in the Lord, lean not on your own understanding, right? But I'm going to read it today from the Living Bible so that you can hear it in a new way, and hopefully it will see a new way, right? And so the Living Bible starts with verse 4, and it says, if you want favor with both God and man and a reputation for good judgment and common sense, then trust the Lord completely. Don't ever trust yourself. In everything you do, put God first, and He will direct you and crown your efforts with success, right? We all want to be successful. A lot of times we're chasing success as defined by the world, and it takes us down long, winding, exhausting paths. And not that God's path for us is always straight or straightforward, but if we're going to be winding and meandering, we want to make sure that we're on the path that God has prepared for us, not the path that somebody who doesn't even know who we are, how we're wired, has determined we should be on, right? Doesn't that make sense? So my encouragement for you today is to stay close to God. Get closer to God. Spend time with Him. And with God, the beauty of God is because God is just God. Like it's not even about quantity, right? You may think that, oh my gosh, I don't have an hour to spend with God. I don't even have 30 minutes to spend with God. But I promise you, 5 quality minutes with God, listening as much as you talk, or even more, will be so much more impactful than 30 minutes of you just talk, and pouring out your needs and your wants to God, right? Because the beauty of having an intimate relationship with God is that God is always going to give back more than you pour out. And so if you are just willing to still your soul, to be quiet, to be silent, to hear what God has for you, to hear His instructions for the day, for the next hour, for the drive to work, for the drop off of the children, you will find that God will guide you to accomplish everything that's necessary for your day. And by the end of the day, you realize I did more than I had planned to do. Most often, when you are allowing God to direct your flow, you will see that so much more gets done, and it gets done in excellence, and it doesn't drain you because you're leaning on trusting in God and His strength and His wisdom instead of your own. So that is my encouragement for you today, to trust in the Lord, to not lean on your own works or your own understanding of what you need to do, and to allow God to be God. Have a great day. If you want to buy the book, the link to purchase will be in the caption of this video. And until next time, I wish you a restful life.